Hi, Book 2, welcome to Jackie's Literary Corner. I am Jackie, and I want to talk about kind of my part of my plans for 2025. I know I've already did where explain what I'm thinking my plans will be and everything, and kind of, elaborated on it. So I want to talk about there is another bit of it that I want to elaborate on. So Olive from a book Olive, she has hosted every year since I cannot remember what year, I don't know what year she started hosting it, but Nonfiction November in 2024 was her last year to do it. So but I don't want to neglect nonfiction just because she's not doing it anymore. And so and I have a lot of nonfiction that I want to read. So I want to talk about all the nonfiction I'm hoping to read in 2025. Now, some of these, or at least one of these definitely will not get finished. But there's at least one book in this pile that I had started to read that I've had since we moved here. It was one of the first nonfiction books that I bought or I didn't buy it. I received it as a Christmas gift that I still have not finished, and that was back in 2016. So it's been on my shelf for a while, unfinished. And that book, let me see. Of course, I have it on the bottom of the stack. And that is, just me, The Triumph of the American Imagination by Neil Gabler. And a lot of this book is also like the acknowledgement section, so it looks longer than it really is. Because it's like him giving credit to people, listing all the people that helped create this book. Like I'm trying to find the actual where it actually ends and the acknowledgments begins. I guess 633 pages. And right now I'm currently on, the last I landed on 244 pages was the last up to as far as I read so far. And it's not a hard read, it's just a long read. It's just a big book. Which I feel like biographies tend to be long. It would have helped probably if I had got the audiobook, but then, but I haven't yet, so I'm just gonna stick to reading it. But I wish I could find them because it has been on TV, It was on TV, like they had a documentary. It looked, I think. So, which I could, I probably could find on Amazon. Although Amazon, maybe I should wait before ordering anything on Amazon right now. But so, yeah, this is one of the ones I need to get to this year. And at least, even if I don't finish it, at least make a good chunk of progress. Would be nice. Okay. So now we have The English Civil War by Diane Purkiss. So this was a book that I got before we went to London. But I read like only a little bit of it. I did not get very far. Like I'm only on chapter 3 actually. And I had wanted to read it before our trip, but I never got around to it, so I'm reading it now. I would like to read it now this year. And this is kind of around the time when the American Revolution, because I guess England was having problems as the country itself. Like it says, there was a struggle between the monarchy and parliament. Like the Magna Carta and the American Revolution. Wow. Okay, so this was going on for a long time. But yeah, so I have no excuse. Like I said, and I wanted to read before we left for London, and it didn't happen. So I need to get to it this year. And make some progress. mean, these are chunky books, most of these. There's only one on here is not super chunky that I need to get to. And let me go ahead and show you that one. And that is Suetonius' Lives of the Caesars. The problem is, even though it's not as chunky as the other, it's not as big as the other ones, I still am a little apprehensive about it because it is an older work, older nonfiction. And the writing style back then was probably different than it is today. Although I've been told that this one is very gossipy, so that could probably help reading this one. But I had already read The Rubicon. That was pretty good. I mean, it was but I feel like I might like this one better. If it is, as people have said, it is gossipy, so that might be more appealing to me. And especially because also I lean more towards, I want to learn about the people, the Caesars as individual people, rather than reading encompassing the whole, like the wars and stuff, the battles and everything. Which again, sometimes I wonder, people would tell me, well, then why are you reading about Rome if you don't care about like the battles and stuff? And but I still want to learn about, the Roman Empire and everything, despite that part. But so yeah, so this one's not as long, but it might be slow going. It might still take me some time. That's probably the shortest book. Okay, then we have grab it. So I wanted to buy this for my Tolkien project. So this is one of my reading projects I want to focus on this year, which is on Tolkien and Middle Earth and everything. And so this is letters from Tolkien. And it's an expanded revised edition. I immediately snatched it up and bought it off of, I think it was an Amazon purchase. Because with thrift books, the only problem with thrift books is sometimes people will get to the book because they're so cheap, and that people might get to the version of the book that you want before you get to it. And you'll have to wait until it comes on, it's available again. They have copies. So I got this off of Amazon. And I'm curious if this has the Father Christmas letters in it. Because there is a book that, composes of the letters he wrote as Santa to his children. But I don't know if this has it. If this has those letters in it, I'd be curious. But I mean, this is one that I could probably get away with reading on and off, and I don't have to necessarily finish it because, like I said, they're letters. But yeah, Caesar Selden, I got so excited about this because I think this would be so cool to read his actual letters that he wrote to his wife. Like I said, maybe we'll have the letters when he wrote to his kids as Father Christmas. But so yeah, I'm gonna read this one, but I definitely don't expect to finish this one. And actually, another book that I'm starting in, I started in December, November, then that I forgot to grab is my Thomas Jefferson: A Life by I can't remember the author's name, but I want to read that one as well before I read, because I also want to read the Abigail Adams biography, which I guess I was trying not to grab as many books as I did before to show you guys, but I do want to read the Abigail Adams biography, and then I got a few other history nonfiction works that I want to get to. But I want to read the Thomas Jefferson: A Life book first, because once I start going down the rabbit hole of reading books about John Adams and his family, then I might not get to biographies about the other guys right away. So I want to get to the Jefferson biography, and then I'll come back to the the books on the John Adams family, and then I'll get to the Franklin book. Which apparently I out of curiosity was looking up, celebrities and famous people that might be coded as autistic, or they could potentially be autistic, and Ben Franklin was on there. I noticed that. So I was kind of surprised. But he is an inventor of a lot of stuff, so maybe he is. I don't know. Like I said, this was just, I think this was kind of just a list of people that could potentially have been autistic, but they don't know for sure. And this next person also was on that list, and that's Van Gogh, The Life. Again, there are so many, all these biographies are, have the name of the person the biography is about, and then a life, or the life, which I guess that's what it is. It's a book about their lives, but, so I guess what else are you gonna call it? But I remember I bought this, I don't know if we went in 2023 or 2022. My mom and I went to the Van Gogh exhibit. And it's something I've been wanting to do. We finally went it was around February when we went. So it's still cold and wet when we went. So going to the museum was perfect. And because it's kind of a special occasion, my mom let me get this book and Letters from Vincent van Gogh. I did get the other one, the one that is Vincent and Theo, because I saw that one at the museum as well. But I decided I was more interested in the letters and then this one, which is a actual biography. So maybe one day I'll get the Vincent and Theo book, which I think Theo, it's about him and his brother. But yeah, I like to read this one as well. And a lot of times, one of my struggles is I will see books that my mom was there when I bought them, and I'm like, I want to assure her that I'm reading these books that, or they were gifts that I received, or books I received as a gift from her for Christmas or birthday. So I want to be like, I am reading these books. Not that she really, but then at the same time, she really pay attention to what when I'm reading? I don't know. But I mean, she says she does, and so she probably doesn't. But anyway, I still feel like I'm gonna assure her that I'm reading these books. But anyway, so those are the nonfiction, including some of the ones, including the Abigail Adams one and the Jefferson one. Like I said, I didn't want to grab a whole bunch of books because I started to do that when I was deciding which books I want to talk about in this video. And I was like, you know what? I put them all back, and I was like, I'm going to start over and just limit myself, which this is still, this is 5. It's still 5 books. And then, like I said, I just mentioned 2 more that I would like to try to get to. And then most of them are books that I don't know if I'll finish. But, anyway. Do any of you guys read nonfiction? If you do, what kind of nonfiction do you read? I'm curious to know if you do, or maybe you don't read nonfiction, I don't know, but if you do, I would love to know in the comments below. And if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, click subscribe if you haven't already, click the bell notification below if you want to be notified about my latest videos, and I hope you are enjoying your winter season if you don't celebrate Christmas, and if you celebrate Christmas, I hope you're enjoying the lead up to Christmas, and I hope you are enjoying your reading. All right, bye!